Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this September the 4th, 2025. I hope everybody had a great Thursday out there so far. Everybody has a great Thursday evening. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather. Got the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Invest 91L. This is it located on the screen here. You can see it's starting to get a little bit better organized as we continue to roll forward. A lot of deep convection. This do look like I've been talking about for the past few days. This do look like it will become Tropical Storm Gabrielle probably by maybe by Saturday, or maybe tomorrow or Saturday, maybe even Sunday. Could become Tropical Storm Gabrielle, but right now it's Invest 91L and getting a little bit better organized as we speak. Alright, let's move on to the forecast track for the system. You can see here all of the hurricane models takes it to the west. You can see here the Windward Islands, Leeward Islands. Here's the U.S. Virgin Islands here just to the north. You can see it kind of heading in that direction. So I do think this system here could get close to the East Coast, if not make a landfall on the East Coast or even in the Gulf of Mexico. Depends on if I've been noticing the trends have been shifting a little further to the south, and I've been noticing the trends has been heading towards the East Coast here as well. The last computer model run I looked at earlier this afternoon took it pretty much toward Florida, up Florida, makes a landfall in around Myrtle Beach, and then continue to move to the north. But right now it's too early to call this yet. The storm is still beginning to organize itself, so we're not going to do a forecast yet, but that's what the models are showing. They're all over the place still, so right now it's still too early to tell where this system will go, but this system do look like it will become Tropical Storm Gabrielle and even maybe become a major hurricane as well per the models here. We'll show you that in just a few minutes, the intensity guidance. But here's the models here. You can see the track of the system taking it towards the Caribbean islands, just north, central and north islands as well. Puerto Rico, you could get impacted by this storm as well. Haiti, Dominican Republic, the Bahamas may get impacted by this system as well. Alright, here's the intensity guidance of the system. You can see which about 20 knot winds equal to 25 miles an hour. You can see it remains a tropical wave pretty much through most of its life cycle, but you can see around 36 to 60 hours all the way out to 168 hours. It runs from a tropical storm all the way up to a category 3 storm. Could be a category 4, could not rule that out as well, but right now you're looking at a category 3, possibly tropical, maybe major hurricane Gabrielle coming up for this weekend. I mean next week, or should right now just a tropical wave. No, it's not a tropical storm or nothing, just a tropical wave, but we're expecting it to become a category 3 hurricane possibly per the forecast models, and I do believe it will become a category 3, could ramp up to a category 4, but if it goes across the islands it will remain weak, and that will make it further west. It may become a category 1 hurricane instead of in a category 3. So, but like I say, we'll continue to monitor this. I will keep you up to date and see what happens with this system. Alrighty, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see we got some flash flooding and heavy rain reports in Arizona and New Mexico, some severe weather from North Tennessee through Kentucky to portion of West Virginia. Shower activity over here in portions of South Canada, stretching into Minnesota. A few pockets of showers over here in North Dakota. Then we got thunderstorms and showers from Washington State to Oregon to Nevada to California to Arizona to Colorado. You've got some mixed precipitation in portion of Colorado region as well. More thunderstorms and showers from Kansas to Louisiana to Mississippi to upstate South Carolina, western North Carolina to Pennsylvania to Lake Erie, Lake Superior, Michigan region, also over to Ottawa and Toronto, Canada region, stretching over toward Maine, and also toward New Brunswick to Massachusetts and New York and Pennsylvania region as well. A little bit in Virginia, also a little bit across southeast Texas and in the Gulf of Mexico, and also portions of the eastern Gulf into Florida, Florida Keys, and the northwest Bahamas. They get in some activity as well as a couple of low pressure systems right along that stall frontal boundary located across South Florida, stretching into the western Atlantic. Alright, otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Friday. Alright, here's your Saturday outlook. You can see we got some shower activity up here around Lake Superior, also northern Michigan to portions of Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, through portions of eastern North and South Dakota. Then we got some mixed precipitation portion of Colorado again. Then thunderstorms and showers up here from Lake Huron, the remainder of Michigan, through Ottawa and Toronto, Canada, over toward Maine, portion of New Brunswick, Atlantic coastal waters, stretching through D.C., down to the portion of much of North Carolina, portion of South Carolina, Georgia, to the northwestern Gulf, Texas, you're included, northern Mexico, all the way to Utah, to Washington, Oregon State, central and South Florida, as well, still affected by that stall frontal boundary with a pair of low pressures located, one on the east coast of Florida and one into the central Gulf. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Saturday. Alright, let's move on to the current watches warning advisory map where you're located across the nation. Okay, as you can see, we got some special weather statement from Maine stretching down the portion of toward New York State, to portion of Pennsylvania, and also toward the areas of New Jersey. Coastal flood advisories up here around DC. Also more down here across portions of Florida. Air quality alerts down here in areas of Texas, and more in areas of Colorado, all of Wyoming, portion of Montana, portion of California, and also Washington, Oregon State. We got some high wind warnings and also wind advisories over North and South Dakota, also in the portion areas of Minnesota, also Montana. Also we have red flag warnings, excessive heat warnings, also special weather statements, also some air quality alerts as well, and also some heat advisories over ports of Idaho, Washington, and Oregon State. Then we got flood watches down here across ports of Southern California and also into areas of Arizona, a couple counties in New Mexico. You got some flash flood warnings there in the burgundy color there in ports of Arizona, Southern California as well. Alright, small craft advisory gale warning from Maine all the way down to New Jersey, Delaware area. Then again from Southern California, a little bit along the Oregon coast. Then we have some coastal flood advisory around the Hawaii chain island, also southwestern areas of Alaska. Small craft advisory gale warning inland. We have some flood watches in effect. Alrighty, now let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. As you can see, we do have some severe weather for you Friday. We got marginal risk from Dallas to Pittsburgh, from Nashville to Bowling Greens to Charleston, West Virginia. Slight risk. General thunderstorm from areas of New York State down to portions of Shreveport, Tallahassee to Miami, El Paso over towards Seattle, Washington. The probability for a tornado looks like this. 2% up here around Bowling Green, Evansville, Louisville, up to Cincinnati, and also Charleston, West Virginia. Damaging winds 5 and 15%, stretching from Texas all the way to Pennsylvania, and then that 15% from Nashville up toward a portion of West Virginia, and then the large hail from Texas all the way to West Virginia. Alright, let's move on to day number 3. And it's going to look like this. We have a marginal risk from portion of Raleigh, North Carolina, all the way up to Portland, Maine. General thunderstorm from northern Maine to South Carolina to Florida Keys to Texas, all the way up to Washington, Oregon State. Probability looks like this. 5% from Raleigh to Portland, Maine. Alright, now let's take a look at the tropics. And there's that system here we were just showing you earlier. This is 91L, located here in the central tropical Atlantic, heading toward here's the Windward and Leeward Islands. A broad area low pressure has formed along a tropical wave over the eastern tropical Atlantic. Recent satellite imagery suggests that the system continues to slowly become better organized with showers and thunderstorm activity along its eastern periphery. Alright, environmental conditions are favorable for additional development of this system, and a tropical depression is likely to form by this weekend as it moves slowly westward at about 5 to 10 miles per hour across the eastern and central tropical Atlantic. Enters in the Lesser Antilles and the Leeward Island should monitor the progress of the system as it approaches the area from the east by the middle of next week. Formation chance through 48 hours is medium, 60%, and 90% over the next 7 days. So get ready, folks. Gabrielle will be coming, and there's a possibility it could affect the southeastern United States. So I will continue to monitor this here and see what happens. So stay tuned to the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel. Also like these videos, share these videos, and make sure you subscribe if you have not. We'll catch you back in the next one. Have a wonderful Thursday evening, folks. Take care, and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.